made it. Welcome back, everybody. I was gone last week. It's true. I was gone. So I owe you a super stream. We're going to go over an hour today. That is the goal. What's up, Fortnite's what a kid. Fitzgerald. So we are going to go over an hour. I got Form B lined up, ready to go. Quick little sneak peek. That's what it was. Just as a reminder, a little bit of housekeeping. Other than last Thursday, every Thursday we're going to be studying. And we're going to continue doing this. You're not going to make any questions. I know you don't want to do the handbook. So what type of questions do you want? Because we have the handbook. The handbook exists. It's eternal. It lasts forever. What do you want to do? Win fast is tardy. 10 points deducted. Word problems. But like what topic, man? Like word problems is like saying graph problems. It's like, well, what are we talking about? Algebraic word problems. Nah, bro, got 10 points. Yeah, he did get 10 points deducted. He's in the hole already. So what do you guys want to work on specifically? Because we can just grind this out. That's not a problem. Geometry, parallelogram, angle, stuff. His memory. Geometry. I don't have my ruler today, and I'm gonna be running out of paper. Oh yeah, it's my co-pilot this evening. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling it. I'm feeling what you guys are saying. I'm picking up what you guys are putting down. So let's get into it. Does the dog eat the food? Yeah, I can give him a little treat. A little snack. There you go. I have some ground beef. I'm just giving him taco meat without taco seasoning. So just ground beef. Okay. Transversal through a shape, and you gotta find transversal. What do you mean by transversal? I don't know what you mean by transversal, so you might have to enlighten me on that. But the only thing that might be an issue here is I'm running out of paper. I only have like 15 pages left. Parallel lines. Oh, perpendicular lines. Okay, we can get started on something like that. Like, vertical lines. Yeah. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now. Okay, all right. Yeah. I don't know. I guess they're called transversal lines. I guess that's never really, tested, so I never really, math vocab is, such a bummer to me. All right, so you guys want some parallel lines. How about we start off with a tricky one? Yeah, let's start off with a tricky one. So in this time, get out your paper, get out your pencils, and put in the chat what you guys want to work on, because we're going to start with these parallel lines. And then we're going to move into the handbook or whatever you guys are struggling with, what you want to study. A lot of you guys have been sending me emails, so we can go over that stuff. Just remind me. So let me just pop this up so you can't necessarily see what I'm working on. And I'm going to get a problem going real quick here. What's up, Flame? Okay, we have our first problem of the day. We're in pretty good timing, I must say. Some algebra word problems like age. Oh, age word problems. Yeah, we can hit those for sure. And triangles. Okay, so here's our first problem of the day. We have a set of parallel lines. I'm not going to write it down, but if they look parallel, they are parallel. What is the value of y minus x? I'll just give you a few more seconds on this. Okay, so to solve this, and if you're still working on it, keep working. Cool concepts that you may want to check out is that a straight line, whenever you have angles that divide up a straight line, this is half a circle. It's half a pi. That's 180 degrees. So we already know x and y plus 70 equals 180 degrees. That's the first concept. The second concept is if you have like a pinwheel like this around a point with straight lines, you know that the opposite angle is going to be the same. So we know that this is 30 right in there. And so we're dealing with a parallelogram and a straight line bisecting that parallelogram. So we know that because this is 30 here, this x is going to be 30 down below. So we have x. It would be pretty easy at this point to get y because we know the whole thing adds up to 180. So that means y is 80. And so, yeah, the chat is 100% right. Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Did you guys get it a different way, or was that pretty much how you did it? So speaking of geometry, though, we do have a good geometry problem to do in this workbook. I know Fortnite Sweaty Kid is malding, but we have to do some of the workbook today just because it's so much faster than me writing problems. Maybe I'll come prepared with really hard problems in the future, but let's do some of this, dude. Yeah, I agree, Kiz Memory. I want to say it's Kiz Memory, but I feel like I'm pronouncing it wrong. Kiz Memory. That actually sounds way better. Kiz Memory. I don't know. What is life? Okay, cool. So let's do this problem. This problem is kind of cool because it does not have answer choices. So it's a fill-in, which means you need to find an answer on your own. Let me get it so the whole problem fits, because for some reason it's like the whole problem isn't like, come on, bro. Come on, dog. All right, there we go. Beautiful. So Beth makes a bead in the shape of a cube with side lengths 18 millimeter. She cuts a hole in the shape of a square prism out of the center of the cube so that the bead will fit on a string. The base of the square prism has a side length of 6 millimeters. After the hole is cut out, what is the volume of the bead in cubic millimeters? Let's go. This is a good problem. All right, we have our first answer in. All right, just a few more minutes on this one. Okay, we're getting a smattering. We're getting a smattering of answers. Okay, so let's go over this. It's time. So I got rid of this first one because I wanted to do the whole first. So we have to find the volume of the prism that she cut out, which is a square prism, which is 6 by 6. And if you notice that the square prism is 18 millimeters tall, so that's going to be our hole that we're cutting out. That's 6 by 6 by 18. That's going to be a volume of 648. The entire bead is 18, 18, and 18. So we multiply the 18s by themselves, we get 324. We take that 324 and we multiply that by 18, and we get a scuffed but a factually correct 5,832. That is the volume of the bead. So to find the area with the hole missing, we have to miss the hole out of the bead. So $5,184. Wind fast. Wind fast. Well done, my man. You were tardy. You lost 10 points, but you just got yourself, I got to write it down. You just got yourself 500 points from answering this question correctly, dude. Good job. There were some wrong answers, though. What happened? Tell me. You guys get some... Winfast cheated? You saw? Yeah, you're sitting right next to her, I bet. I thought Winfast was a dude. Winfast is a girl. She's a chick. So... you literally did 6 times 18 times 6. Yeah, you kind of dusted yourself. But, I mean, you still would have got it. What do I multiply 18 and 36? Because the hole that we took out is 6 by 6 by 18. So to illustrate that in the diagram, it's a square. So where's my diagram? It is 6 here. It's 6 here. So that's the square. And then it's 18. That's the volume of the shape. Base times width times height. And so that's why the 36 times 18 is 6 times 6 times 18. Does that make sense? You didn't even know where to start? Help? Dude. His memory, don't say that, bro. You know where to start. I'm gonna besmirch the back of this just to show you that you know where to start, dude. Don't be saying that. Bro. If I said that this was 10 by 10 and there was any square anywhere that was 2 by 2 missing, what is the area of the shaded region? Chat, what is it? Yeah, I besmirched the back for you, his memory. Wouldn't that square? No, because, well, you are correct, Fortnite Sweaty Kid. The square would be 36. But the hole that she put into the bead has volume. So there's a hole up into the top here, and the hole goes through the bead in the bottom. You see how this dotted line is a three-dimensional shape? That's why it's length 6 times width 6 times height 18. So, yeah, dude. Yep, because it's three-dimensional shape. So, Kiss Memory, my dude, you take the entire shape, 10 by 10, that's 100, and then you subtract what's missing, which in this case is 2 by 2, which would be 4. And so the non-shaded region would be 96. So with problems, even if it's volume, you take the whole, you take the entire shape, and then you minus the whole, you minus what's missing. So the entire shape minus what's missing, and that's the vibe. So you do know now. Now you know. All right, well, chat, everybody other than Winfast is in desperate need of a redemption. There's a dog treat on the line. My dog is starving. I don't even feed my dog except for these sessions. My dog hasn't eaten in an entire 2 weeks. So if you want to give my dog a treat, please get number 59 correct. Let's go. Okay, so the whole chat is thinking it's 0.5. Okay. Are you guys right? That is the question. So the only way that you mess this up is if you don't put the numerator in the correct location. The word of means divide, right? Or I guess of is before the question. So they're not using of in this case. They're using the word to. So to is to divide. Or if there was a ratio, that would be where the ratio goes. Or if it's division like this case, or as Sweaty Kid points out, it's slope intercept. So we just put the number of oatmeals and we just divide it. I don't know why I drew that line. It's obviously 0.5. And then 1.5 divided by 3 is 0.5. And then 3 divided by 6 is 0.5. So it's 0.5. That's the constant of everything down the line. So that's correct. However, that is not going to count as the redemption. You don't get a redemption for that. Everybody got it right. That was not good enough. So we have to actually go to the real. No, we're not doing that as a redemption either. All right, we're doing this question. 62. Here's the real redemption. Redemption is forever. Let's go. Okay, everybody's on 5 so far. Yeah, you know what? I don't think that this is the real redemption because redemptions are forever. The only everybody's correct, right? It's 1 out of 20, which if you multiply the top and bottom by 5, it's 5%, right? So this is not a redemption. The only tricky part, and I will concede, is that this is inclusive counting. So I could see how you would maybe think that was 19, but just count it on your fingers. Just count it on your fingers. So that's not the redemption. That cannot be the redemption. We have to get something. Here we go. Real redemption time. All other redemptions are void and not valid. This is our redemption. The time is now. What is the prime factorization of 3,575? Let's go. Redemption. Oops, sorry. Not B. All right, we got Aeon on C, Sweaty on B, his memory on B. Any other answers? Oh, I probably should write this down. Oh, I missed one. I know that. Flame is on C. All right, cool. Let's go into it. So, Windfast, what do you mean you don't know? I don't know why that came out mad, but what do you mean you don't know? So, prime factor. Factor is what multiplies to equal this number. Notice how there's like multiplication signs. Like that's what that means. Prime factorization, those multiplication signs. So let's prime factor this. What was the number again? 3575? Obviously 5 is going to go into it. I'm going to do my division down here. Is that an answer choice? Because that would be pretty tricky. Ah, okay. So D is a trick answer. You have to see if 11 or 13 goes into it, dude. You have to. Because those are the other answers. And 143 is like a weird enough number that maybe 11 goes into it. I don't know. I'm not a psychic. 133, yeah. Yep. Well, actually, it would be 3, as we all know. So yeah, that's good. That's the answer. The answer is A, B. The answer is B, because when we finish out this factor tree, that's going to be 11. That's going to be 13. So technically, it would be 5 times 5 times 11 times 13, or you could just say 5 squared times 11 times 13, and that would be the answer right there, which is conveniently also B. The chat, absolutely unbeatable, unstoppable, has never gotten a problem wrong. Congratulations, guys. You've redeemed yourself. You can see I put the tree in front of him, but he is out. He is out. He had a big day today, so he's out. Let's keep moving. Keep in mind, we are crushing through this, but if there is something you want to work on, you want me to make a... There he is. If there is a problem if there is a concept you want me to make a problem on, I'm down for that. I'm game for that. All right, let's keep moving. How about another little one? You did a good job today. He loves ground beef. Ooh. All right, this looks like a pretty... Let's actually just keep going in order, because we're going to be doing a lot today. So let's do the 65 here. You guys should be able to crush that. Let's go. I'm trying to take up as little paper as possible to do this one. D, 2 answers in already. Any others? Yeah. 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 All right, yeah, wind fast too. So I think everybody's on it for the most part. Do you know the practice test? Oh yeah, you asked me about those. I still have to find them, dude. On my hiatus, I lost a lot of my files. Yeah, well, I still have not received a single buyer for that practice test, so I got a little discouraged. Here's the question: I immediately times this second fraction, like without even thinking about it. I immediately times this second fraction by 2. That allows me to have all the denominators the same, aka all the denominators drop out. So at this point, it's just too easy. It's just too easy. I think people can't do that, but everybody in the chat can do that. So let's ooh, this might get you guys just because it's I don't know. Let's just spend 30 seconds on this. You guys could do this. Number 64. What's the answer? You're lagging. It's okay. Be brave. Win fast. You're lagging, but you can still do it. I was wondering why nobody was putting in an answer. It's because my chat permabans anybody who writes the letter H. But WinFast is correct. I don't think it. I don't think the chat needs to prove itself by getting this one correct. Just multiplying this left fraction by 5 gets us this very easy algebra equation, and we're home. Nothing too impressive. I'm sure the chat got it, but they just got permabanned for writing H, which is still I still have no explanation for this. 66 is kind of interesting because it has kind of interesting terminology for you. So let's get it. 66. Let's go. Yeah, we're into elementals. J, j. I think this one might throw you. All right, WinFast is on it, even though she's lagging. give you like 30 more seconds, and then we'll go into this. Cream. What a good name for an account. All right, let's go into this. I think you guys pretty much have it, so I don't. We don't need to belabor the point, but this is it. So they say a sum of elements in set R. That's just vocabulary. Yeah, I could say the sum of the numbers in set R equals the sum of the numbers in set S. And so you get, yeah, dude, yeah. Fortnite Sweaty Kid wants to change your answer. Well, too late, because once you can't change your answer. You can't, because I write in pen. And so actually the answer, dude, look at my cool pen for my answers. All right. Sorry, there is no second chances with your answers, my man. It's in his. Everybody can scroll up and read the chat, dude. But if you, we'll go through it. Maybe you're right. So we're gonna subtract 16, or we're gonna subtract 11 from each side, just to really take this one slow, because I'm not playing around. I'm not playing around no more. Ooh. Maybe WinFat, or maybe Sweaty really wanted to change his answer, but it's going to be a little bit too late. So we're going to subtract 5 from each side. We're also going to subtract a cheeky y from each side. And can you guys see that? Okay, yeah. So what we're going to end up with is x minus y equals a -5. The chat got fooled. The chat got fooled. What happened? What happened to you guys? What happened? You hate to see it. You hate to see the chat fooled. The geniuses of the chat could not handle the curve. Didn't know the vocab. Maybe. All right, let's just keep cruising, though. Learn from your mistakes. You have to pick yourself up. Maybe sometime in the future, you will have a chance to redeem yourself. You know what? Actually, I think this problem would be a good chance to redeem yourself. Number 70 seems to have a concept that might be similar, so let's do it. I did the +5 to y instead of -5. Windfast, how could you? I trusted you. Yup. What's up, Kremer? Yeah, Kiz Memory, you're there too. Yeah, I don't think we have to like dwell on this one. If you don't get it, you're about to in the next 10 seconds. It's just this algebra, dude. We take We subtract 2x from each side. We subtract 9 from each side. We're left with that inequality. They're hoping that you mess up when you turn it around, that you put the inequality in the wrong place, but the chat did not. So 10 points to everybody in the chat. Let's... let's go into this page of geometry. Let's do this. A little bit of word problems. I know somebody was asking for word problems earlier. Let's give this one a minute. Let's go. That's a good problem, actually. Yeah, it is a ratio problem, Sweaty. Real. It's true. It's true and real. Confirmed. Okay. So this problem is pretty cool. I thought it was lame, and then I started doing it, and I was like, oh, actually, this is kind of tight. So we have to find out what the ratio is from the smaller to the larger. The Park P, 25. The diagram P is 20, so it's a 20 to 25. And if you're great at fractions or ratios, let's put it as a fraction real quick, then you know that that's going to be 4/5. And so this is 4/5 this. Or if you want to flip it, you can say the larger park is 5/4 larger than the smaller park if you just flip the ratio or flip the fraction. And so what is the smallest side? The smallest side is 5. Is that what they're asking? The shortest side, yeah. And so that's going to be 25 over 4. We're going to, through the power of long division, through the power of long division, we're done. We're literally already done with the problem. I'm going to finish it just to show you I know how to. I'm not coping, you're coping. 6.2, great. 225, yeah, that's our answer. 625 is the answer. The chat is once again destroying these problems. To be expected, to be expected. But that was a good problem, I must say. That was a good problem. Value of x. So in this problem, what is the value of x? Let's go. Draw a beautiful diagram. This one. Ooh. All right. This is a good question, but we should have this answer pretty soon. You have an answer, but you're doubting it? Just go for it. Go for it. Kiss memory. Kiss memory. No. Hold up. I'm might have to adjust my camera here. Don't get sick. That is about as good as it's gonna get until I buy a new tripod. H. So we got some different answers here. Windy fast is on the H train. Sweaty is on the H train. Anybody else? It's not windy fast? Oh, my bad. I thought it was. Kismamori. Yeah, you guys are all on this. This is like, I don't know. I think this is just trying to intimidate you with the diagram, but nobody really fell for it whatsoever. We know that the radius is 12, so that means this whole diameter is going to be 24. 24 minus 5 is 19. I don't think anybody was fooled. 0 people were tricked on this question. Just total trash question in the end. Unfortunate. Let's see. Okay, we can do some angles here real quick. I'm feeling the need to create a question. So if there is a concept you want me to create a question on, I'm happy to do it after this one. All right, let's go. 73. Wind fast, sweaty on A. Anybody else? Okay, so you guys are right, obviously. Here is the work, if there's any questions on it. It was pretty simple. The kind of hinge concept was that those two angles equal 90 degrees. If you have that, and then you know how to do algebra, you're home. So, guys, we have been crushing these like toddler level problems. Is there a concept that you guys would like a slightly more difficult problem? And if it's a math concept, we can do it. If it's a ELA concept, it might be harder. So let me know what you guys are struggling with and what you guys want to work on. Also, if you have any questions in general, let me know and we'll get to it. right, you want food, huh? Where's the tree? I just gave one. But good timing. I let him chase rabbits yesterday or 2 days ago. I let him chase rabbits. He was living his best life, dude. He was alive. He's so fast, but rabbits are a lot faster. Fortnite Sweaty Kid, hit it. What do you need, bro? Can we do permanent? That's a great concept to ask about. That's a great concept to ask about. And how can we tell if it's a permutation or a combination? Order. If order matters, it's a permutation. If order does not matter, it's a combination. You watched my video, but it didn't help? Are you serious? I thought it was helpful. Excuse my hurt feelings. I thought it was helpful. Well, let me pull it up. Alright, whatever. I can't get it to play, and I'm not going to spend like 5 minutes trying to get my OBS to play it, but... hold on. So, I'm not trying to be mean, I'm just saying that's the way how you can tell. Yeah, no, I didn't take it like that, I was just kind of playing. Alright, so... how to tell if something is a permutation or a combination. Here is, I am not going to go into the formula for it because I think that muddies the water. What I am going to do is cover how you can tell. So let's say, for example, we have A, B, C, D, and E. Okay, so here is the example that we're going to use for this. And then we'll go into Kismemori talking about it. But basically, if it's a permutation, you are in luck. If it's a combination, it can be a little bit more tricky because you have to eliminate repeats. Think of a permutation like standing in line, where order matters where you are on the line. Think of a combination like you're standing in a group, like a combination of people in a room. It doesn't matter where they are in the room, it's just the combo of who's in there. And that is the difference. So if I have 5 letters, how many permutations of that letter, of those 5 letters, can I have if I want a permutation of 3 letters? And a word problem might say 5 letters are standing in line. What is the amount of possibilities that 1, 2, and 3 could be standing? Or 5 letters are running a race. How many different possibilities can the gold, silver, and bronze medal be passed out? Fortnite Kid says sweaty, or Fortnite Sweaty says 60, and I think you're pretty close. I just haven't done the math in my head, but that sounds right. Because for the first option of who can be in first, that's 5, and then 4, and then 3. 5 times 4 times 3 equals 60. Very lovely. So for combination, that's where it gets a little bit trickier. That's where it gets a little bit trickier. Because we do not care what order it is. If we get A, B, and C, that is the same way as saying C, B, and A. It just doesn't matter. So, yeah, exactly. So for combination, we're going to take the same. We're going to do the 5, the 4, and the 3 because there's no repeats. And we're going to get our 60 number, but we have to divide it by the number of spaces. We have to divide it by how, yeah, exactly, dude. We have to divide it by how many spaces there are, and so we get 20 for the combination. Yeah, so, dude, Fortnite Sweaty Kid, you actually have that, so... So Windfast, let me see. At Cons tutorial, they teach tree method. Start at 100% and branch out. Is this in reference to combinations? All right, here we go. Can you do one of those frequency table things? 100% are mattresses. Oh. Right. Yeah, we can do one of those. So what are you really asking? Yes, so yeah, that's a great question, dude, Sweaty. That's a really great question. So what are the key words? The key words here are order, line, finish, what else? Rank. Whenever they give the indication that order matters, you could probably make a huge list. But this is it. Order. Does it matter? That is a permutation. Does not matter? That is a combination. And you just have to use your vocab knowledge to figure that out. Let's do, per Windfast and Kiz Memory, let's do one of those questions, those frequency questions. Let me write one up really quick, and then we'll jump into it. Also, if you haven't liked the video, definitely like the video. Unless you don't like the video, then give it a thumbs down. No, but don't. Let's see. All right, so here's the question. Tell me if this is generally what you were thinking about when you were asking. So there are 8 red and 6 blue chords. They can be long or short. 5 are blue and long. How many are red and short? Oh, you got all of them right. What's your what's the code that they gave you? Or actually, don't put it in the chat. Just email it to me. But yeah, I will make good on that. I got you, bro. Dude, it's kind of crazy coming back to doing this. I know it's like really small right now, but I feel like there's like a lot of artifacts and like fossils, like that geometry game in Deep Mine. I was like, oh, dude, that's right. I built all that. It's like kind of like shaking the crust off of it. It's like, whoa. Oh yeah, this still works. Oh, this doesn't work anymore. You have a suggestion? What's your suggestion, bro? You should make a game call. You should make a game call like poker? Oh, for probability? Oh, that'd be a good idea. That's actually a good idea. What's the answer to this question though? That's what people are asking. Oh yeah, I'm missing a piece of information. Oh, that's right. No, actually, no. We're good, dude. We're actually good to go. You can get the answer. I think Windfast can get the answer to this probably. Windfast can impress us all. Oh, I think you need one more piece of information. Right. Yeah, that's true. Hmm. You do need one more piece of information. Okay. Windfast, I'm not gonna call you out like that when you do need more information. So let me adjust this problem so that it's not such a like demonic problem. Hold on. Um, okay. So we're gonna stick with the chords here. So let's say there's um, mm, All right, here we go. Here's our question. Let's get it. What's up, Trisel? Hmm. Trisel, yeah. So there are a lot of different ways to do these problems. Um, Generally, you will only see them with two categories. And I kind of spelled out the categories pretty easily. Making a whole table. Yeah, I mean, you can make a whole table. Um, but that's kind of what I'm going to do, but it doesn't have to be like crazy. So if we know that 12 are blue, and we know that 18 are red, and there's 10 short chords, we're just going to pocket that information because we know there's 10 long blue chords. So 10 of these are long. That means 2 of these are short. And since we know that there's 10 short chords in total, that means 8 of these need to be short so that we get to our 10 number. And that's it. That's it. I mean, you could do, that is the table, but that's like the napkin math of doing it. Tree method, yeah. Branching out, yep. That's it. Easy peasy. Cons is good. From what I hear, Cons is good. Bobby Tariq is good. They do a good job. So I would always say if you learn something there and you're good with it and you like their method, just do it because you know how to do it and it'll get you a right answer. But there's so many ways you can do these problems, so it's not a big deal. 95% of all get in. I think it's a lot. I think a lot get in, and I'm not knocking Bobby Treek at all because I think he does really great stuff. But that 95 number is really high. I think there might be some kind of things where it's like 95% if you start at this time and you pass all the exams on the way, or if you turn in every single homework assignment and do that, because there are people that will just fall off who just can't grind the way that it takes to get in. And if everybody that signed up for his class magically got in, that's not right. But I do believe if you sign up for the class and you do every single thing that is assigned and you work really, really hard, I think that 95 number could be pretty close. But the amount of people that can actually do that is definitely not 95% of the people that sign up. I think a lot of people sign up and then can't do it. His workload is hard. Yeah, exactly. So if you can't handle, I think like maybe 50% can handle the workload, maybe not. But if you can handle the workload, yeah. Yeah, and his book is harder than the handbook. Yeah, it's supposed. It should be. You should be working on stuff harder than the handbook, for sure. 100%. Which makes me think. Hold on, let me pull something up really quick. All right, we're gonna jump. We're gonna jump to something kind of cool because it is a super stream, and I want to keep it going for at least a little bit longer until I have to walk my dag. Check this out. Number 5. What's the answer? Yeah, you guys got this one pretty fast. I know that WinFat or Sweaty put in the chat that you cross multiply. I'm a big fan of cross multiplication. Do not get me wrong, but for this one, I just flip the fraction. You can flip fractions all day long. A good example of this would be like 1 over 2 equals 3 over 6. You could also say 2 over 1 equals 6 over 3. You can flip fractions if they equal each other. So I just flipped it in the first step, got the denominators the same, see you later, and then it's just very simple algebra, but good, very good. You got a question to ask? What is it, bro? Will do DOE for 9th grade. Ever asked for a discriminant? Quadratics, maybe. Vertex, probably not. Parabolas, yes. Yeah. So let's actually jump into number 6 really quick because I think this is another great question to look at. Let's go into number 6. Because it's a good concept. Crank it up, WinFast. Crank it up. And Sweaty, what we are looking at now is an SAT. I highly recommend that you start looking at SATs, Sweaty, because they will present concepts that are pretty fair game for 9th grade. You took it as a practice test? Good. And for you specifically, You're going to hate this, dude. You got to take the reading comprehension part. You got to do it. There's like, I think 11 SAT practice tests. Dude, you got to go into the reading comprehension and do those reading comprehensions from the SAT. And is it going to be fun? No. Will you be in a world of suffering? Yes. But you have to push through that world of suffering to find the world of high scores. How about ACT stuff? I wouldn't touch it. I honestly wouldn't. I mean, maybe the reading comp, but I wouldn't touch the math stuff. All right, so going into the answer to this question, I think WinFast is still grinding, but WinFast, look at this, dude. That's it. You add the two equations. Can you do this? Yes, you can. Because, case study really quick, if I said 2 plus 1 equals 3 and 1 plus 4 equals 5, I can add these two equal equations all day. 3 plus 5 equals 8, and we're good to go. So you can add systems of equations. You're just adding one equation on top of the other, and they remain equal. So we just added it. 5x minus 5y equals negative 20. We divide by 5, and we're home. That's it. You got 6 hours for the test. That means you got an exemption. How will I encounter a reading comp? Painfully, if you don't practice. But that time could work against you, dude. For you, dude, as far as taking a long time, that also could not be the way. Because if you take forever, you might forget stuff, you might get bored, you might get restless. So it's kind of, but not this hard. But WinFast, that's easy. Look at how easy it was. You can also subtract equations if you think that if you're having a good time. Yeah, dude, Fortnite, I'm telling you, bro. Go to the library, get a book. Just read the book, dude. You got to grind through it. Yeah. If you get bored, you got to get practice reading things that bore you. Like, how do you remember info? Well, then take some SAT reading comprehensions and see where your comprehension is, frankly. But yeah, it's, dude, getting good at reading is like so tough. So best of luck, dude. Just keep reading. And we're going to keep grinding this math section because I think this is awesome. Ooh, this is such a good question. All right, let's do this. Number 11. Good geometry question. Let's go. Kismori's on B. No. Let's see. Okay, yeah, so we already have a couple answers on B. Really, really, really nice work. So for this one, it's just opposite angles because if x and y equals w and u, this y and this u are the same angle because they're opposite each other. So that means if these guys equal these guys and this u and this y are the same, that means the x and the w are the same. So we already know that x and w are the same. W is opposite of z. So that means x, w, z, and t is opposite the x, t. So all the outside angles are the same. Y and w are the same. And so the answer is going to be B here. Y equaling w is not necessarily true. Maybe, but not necessarily true. Yeah, really good job, guys. We did similar triangles last session. Do you have a specific question? Or maybe it was like the session before, but do you have a specific question based on them or not? Or nah? Oh, this is another good one. This is another good one. All right, let's do 18. Let's go. Are there answer choices? I bet you there are. Oh, actually, I don't know if there are. Hold up. No, there are no answer choices. Nice. All right, we got our first answer, wind fast. Blue. What's up, Blue? Okay, so Fort Sweaty's on it too. Uh-oh. Okay, so let's go through this. Let's go through this question. Uh, this is it. Basically, just plugging it in. Z is 30. Because this is an isosceles triangle, this little angle and this little angle are going to be the same. And as we all know, uh, triangles add up to 180 degrees. So if we subtract what the z is, that gives us 150 for those two little angles. So that means each one is going to be 75. And so we have our straight line with two angles on it. So yeah, the answer is going to be 105 for x. Yeah, the diagram itself is actually really clever. I mean, I think the SAT is just a little step above. Um, oh, you thought they were similar? Ah, that's where you got swerved. Yeah, they are kind of fun. Hey, let's. I think I'm close to wrapping it up, but let's do number 19. DOE more dangerous than College Board? Yes, there are more traps. That is true. That is true. SAT is a little bit more grindy. Pearson's really kind of wants you to make a little mistake, or for people to get lucky. And here's your system of equations, WinFast. $370. That's our first answer. $370. Yeah, everybody's on it. Blue's on it. WinFast. Very nice. I went ahead and did the work. Kind of a simple plug in. Once we know what h equals, we just plug it into the equation. The only way I could kind of see you guys tripping on this is if you put 320 as your answer, but they're asking for the hamburger. So, yeah, you add 50 more, you're there. Okay, so I need to take a poll because we've been grinding. I don't know how many questions we've done today. Maybe 12, 10? I need to take a poll. Are you guys interested in harder problems? Because these handbook problems, they're not really doing it for me. They're just too easy. Remember those practice tests? Yes, I will look for those practice tests, Fortnite Sweaty Kid. Yeah, Blue wants harder problems. Yeah, I think that's the vibe generally, is people can always go to a handbook, but they'd much rather find something harder than a handbook. And I'm happy to provide that. I'm actually very happy to provide that. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do next session. I'm pretty sure. Unless things get kind of busy, which they might. Okay. All right. So yeah, it is free. Everything is free. I don't charge for anything. But here we go, guys. I'm going to be back on Thursday with some extreme. Next Thursday is going to be, what should we call next Thursday with the difficult problems? What should we call it? I appreciate you, Sweaty. Yeah, dude, we're ending WinFast. But I will say, the real redemption this session was WinFast, going from negative 10 points to over 2,000 points. Tyler Tutor Thursday. I was thinking something like the Thunderdome or like the Danger Zone. But yeah, Tyler Tutor Hell. Yeah, that could be good. Or the Gauntlet. I kind of like the Gauntlet. I don't know. I'm gonna give my dog the last of the ground beef. Here you are. Okay. So next week, just prepare yourself mentally, physically, and emotionally. Oh, let me cut the music here. Because I will not be playing around next week. Oh, we have a good time. We are not going to have a good time next week. Prepare to be destroyed by these problems. My goal is to make half of the chat get a problem wrong every single question. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do some prep. It's going to be a little bit of work for me. It's actually going to be a pretty good deal because I want these problems to be juicy. I want them to be really good. So I'm going to be back next Thursday. Do me a favor. Bring a friend. Tell people I'm streaming again. Spread the word so that we can have a little bit of a pop and chat here and you can laugh in delight as your friends are not able to answer the questions. You only have a 7th grade education, spare you? I spare no one. You'll get no mercy from me on these problems. I'm going to make them as fair. They're going to be fair. But they are going to be devious. Do you guys remember that? I don't even know if you remember that trend. Devious licks. Oh, I stole this stapler from school. That was a devious lick. That was funny. That was a funny time. But yeah, they're going to be devious. Maybe that'll be the name of next Thursday, the devious stream. Yeah, the chat is very smart, but I'm going to be bringing some great problems for you guys, and we're going to fly through them. So that's going to be next Thursday. Hell World. That's kind of funny. That's going to be next Thursday. So spread the word about it. I appreciate you guys showing up to study, though. So that honestly is what matters the most. But that is it for me. That is it for my dog. You want to go for a walk? Can you go get your leash and we'll go for a walk? You ready? Yeah, I think he's ready. Tyler's Pit of Fire. That's actually a sick name, Kismemori. I think I'm going to pick it. But I will see you guys next week. Prepare yourself mentally, physically. That was my email. That was my whatever. Bring a friend. See ya.